Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jennifer with True to You Yoga, and we are going to be talking about blocks in our WTH Yoga Bite today. So blocks have so many different uses for you, whether you are a beginner or an advanced student. Today we are just going to be talking about some poses that you can use whenever you close the space between you and the floor. So let's take our blocks if you've got them. If not, go over to my website, grab the handy guide over there, giving you some different home options to use in place of blocks. We are going to use them in your forward fold. So place them on the floor in front of your feet. They can be on the highest level, the medium level, it's on its long side, or the low level where the bulk of the block is on the floor. Whatever is where you need it for your body. Go ahead and rock your weight kind of back and forth between your toes and your heels and find that middle spot. Ground your toes into the floor, your heel in, lift up your insole, and just relax forward into that fold. Drop your head down towards the ground. And you'll have these blocks here to help you then as we inhale and lengthen our spine out. Keep it long in that length. Your head is going to be tilted down towards the floor. Little mini bend in your upper back with your chest kind of falling forward. Your abs are in tight. So this is a good way to close the space between you and the floor whenever your hands don't make it all the way down. Go ahead and stand up gently, then inhale. Another way you can close that space between you and the floor in a fold is in a wide leg fold. Your toes are parallel, your fingers are feet are parallel, and you can go ahead and take your heels out just a tiny bit and your toes pointed in, and then fold forward in this wide leg fold. Some of you might have your feet a little closer together, some of you might have it farther apart. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. Ground down with your toes and your heels. Pretend like there's a beach ball between your upper thighs that you're squeezing to hold it in place. And then use those blocks just to close that space whenever your hands don't reach all the way. Go ahead and you can gently come back up. Another way you can use them in closing that space is to lengthen your side. So place one on the floor. You just need the one for now. And then place your right foot, or your left, whichever way you want to go, behind it. Bend your right knee, straighten out your back leg, and intersect that heel with your instep of your back foot. We're going to go basically warrior two, and we're going to go into a side angle. So take your right hand down towards your block, your left arm up, and reach it overhead like I'm pulling your arm up, but relax your shoulder down. By using the block, it will help you find that long length and you're not like kind of bent all around every which way. Helps you find that length. Go ahead and inhale up. Another one we can do with finding that length is a triangle pose. So your feet are in the same kind of position. You might need to bring them a little bit closer. I find it easiest if I go ahead and take the block with me in my hand. Bring our arms out to the side. Inhale and reach that block towards the top of your mat and exhale it down. Hand goes to the block on the floor and your left arm goes straight up. Feel that length that this helps give you in your side, so then you're not trying to reach the floor and bending over towards the front into a forward fold. We are doing side folds now. And inhale, go right back up. Another way is with lunging. So take both blocks, put your right foot on the floor in front of you, and your left knee will go on the floor behind you. Your feet and your knee is like you're on train tracks, parallel to each other. You can use the blocks on each side of your foot to rest your hands on. It helps you sink a little bit more into the pose, give it a little bit more stretch, but make sure that you do keep everything engaged while you're doing it. You can also use them with lizard. So bring both blocks on the inside of your foot, Heel toe your right foot out towards the edge of your mat. Your toes are on the floor. And then you can kind of sink down into lizard pose right inside of your leg. You'll see people go all the way down onto the floor in their elbows. Go where it's comfortable for you. You're going to feel that stretch on your inner thigh, and even some into the undercarriage of your thigh. That's another way to close the space in a lunge. Go ahead and hop back out, come back out of that. The next way is with twists. So hop back into your low lunge, and we'll just need one block for this. Your left hand goes on your block inside of the instep of your right foot, and inhale, take your right arm up to the sky and twist open. Whenever you're doing this, you also want to make sure you keep your hips still parallel and not twisting out to the side. And exhale your way back down. And then one more way that I'm going to show you is if you go ahead and stand back up, and we're going to do a pyramid twist. Pyramid twists are quite difficult for a lot of people, so don't get frustrated. Your feet are going to go, I like wide train tracks. With my hips, I like it wider. Some people, yoga was made for little bitty boys, so they got little bitty hips. They don't got your woman hips. Front toes facing forward. Back toes are at that 45-degree angle. Check your hip alignment. Make sure it's pointing forward. If you're having any issues, go ahead and take your feet a little bit wider even. We're going to inhale. Find that length in your spine. Your pelvis is neutral. And then with a slight bend in your front leg, begin to exhale as you fold forward. We've got this block right on the floor beneath you. You can go down to that block with your left hand, scoot it over to the inside of your right foot, and then open your right arm up to the sky, giving that twist in your upper back. And then gently bring it back down and stand up. Twisted pyramid, again, very difficult to find. A lot of people get those hips rotated out of position, and the twist is quite difficult there. If you have any questions about blocks and closing the space between you and the floor using them, please let me know. Drop me a question below. Hit me up on Facebook. I'd love it if you subscribed and liked my video. That would be so good, and I'd be so thankful for it. May you always be true in your intentions, true to your heart's desires, and speak loving truth to those around you. Thank you all so much again for joining me. Love ya.